Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2, A Legacy of the Void. Today, gonna be myself versus a Blikman here on Data C. Bottom left, it's a red Terran. It is Blikman with a spinning Carbot Zergling. So cute, little puppies. And in the top right, it is our blue Protoss player. It is myself with a Bob the Zealot Carbot. Hey, so these two players are especially fans of Carbot animation. You should check him out on YouTube, man. Woo, he has a lot of StarCraft animations. He is currently working on a Diablo series in the same animation style and an Elden Ring series on the same animation style. They're just very, very funny. And they're not very long. So, gateway up for myself. We got ourselves a barracks on the way here for Blikman. So PvT shenanigans here for you today. Hope you're having a great day wherever you are, whoever you are. Things are good here. We got our first major snow of the season here in the Salt Lake Valley where I live. Tons of snow, man. I had to go shovel like 4 inches off the driveway already because it's supposed to snow more tonight and tomorrow. And if you get a head start on that thing, it's a lot easier. Like shoveling 4 inches twice is a lot easier than shoveling 8 inches once. I think that is carved onto a tomb in Egypt somewhere. Because, you know, they're known for having a lot of snow. Okay, so locks the SCV out of the house. Is trying to make Blikman think this is Cannon Rush, I think. Blikman doesn't have any information of what's going on over here, so I would think it was a Cannon Rush if it was me. So he's going to make a Reaper, though. Interesting. Gonna send the... Oh, okay, there we go. Cancels. Rebuilds? Are you kidding? Myself, what are we doing, man? This is hilarious. So, second barracks on the way from Blikman. Reaper out. There we go. And we're actually running low on Reaper names. So if you want to send me in a Reaper name, I would be happy to toss it onto the list and use it in a future cast. I think you know how that works. So this Reaper's name is First. Emperor Minx got annoyed by people posting first on his videos on Terran Tube. So he had his black tops track down to the first and put them into a Reaper suit. Oh. This is someone that comments first on YouTube videos, or rather Terran Tube videos. So, there's nothing here to stop this guy because, well, we spent a lot of resources on that pylon and the other pylon back on the other side of the map, which isn't really doing much. So maybe let this be a lesson to... No, get back in there. I guess an Adept popped out. Oh, does the Reaper know that? He does now. He does now. All right. Fantastic. So what do we got? Double gate, cybernetics core, 1 basing it here, 2. Blikman's got a factory done now. He's doing 3 supply depots at the same time because he is supply blocked and he never wants to be supply blocked ever again. So factory's getting a tech lab, maybe like a tank marine kind of a thing here. 1 base pushing against myself here. That can be really strong if you show up before the Protoss has any splash damage at all. Oh, Blikman didn't put his SCVs back to work, but again, this is a lower level game. So no big deal. This is a patron game for myself, who is the name of this player and not me. He supports me at patreon.com/FalconPaladin for $10 a month, which gives him the right to send me any replay once a month and I'll cast it and put it on the channel. If you want me to do that for you, check out patreon.com/FalconPaladin. There are other levels of support as well, starting at $1 a month. All right, man. So the $10 a year option is fairly common these days, which is less than $1 a month. I'm not entirely sure what the difference is between $12 a year and $10 a year, but whatever. We've got a Marauder, we've got Marines, we've got STIM being researched, we have a starport on the way with a reactor and an engineering bay, and finally a command center is coming up for Blikman here. So 1 base play for myself here, an expansion here from Blikman. Charge on the way from myself. We got an Immortal coming in here too. He's just kind of not making any splash damage, which I'm concerned about. Because again, look at this Marine Marauder setup here. Got some SCVs in the mix too. Did he mean to put those SCVs in this group? Is he just waiting for like an Oracle to show up to try to ruin his life or something? I don't know. Is that Reaper still alive? Yeah, Reaper's down here trying to make sure that, I don't know, if anybody comes in this way, First will take care of it. First is acclimated quite well to his new job. He's not dead yet. He's scouting around. He's killed a probe. He's doing his very best here. So Adept Immortal with another Immortal coming in here too. There's a couple Zealots in the mix for myself as well. He's waiting for maybe Widowmine drops to come in or some kind of a drop to come in. Does he know there's not an expansion yet? He doesn't. Again, these SCVs that are hanging out with this group. I don't... There we go. He's putting him back to... Well, I guess he's oversaturated. He's like, well, I guess we'll put him on minerals for now. You can be oversaturated here, and it's actually not terrible. It's not like no added value. It's just ideal to have 16 workers there. All right. Well, expanding behind this is myself and putting some pressure on. I like that quite a bit. Marines, Marauders, tanks just waiting. He's getting turrets up. He's worried about oracles and deep. Wow, he's really worried about something coming in through the skies. A warp prism, which fair. I mean, worrying about a warp prism is cool because there is one on the way here from myself right now. So Blikman's got his Marines, got his Marauders, got his Medivacs, got his siege tanks. He's got Stim. Does he have combat shield yet? No. He doesn't have any upgrades other than Stim at this point. Nor is he working on any of the others here too. So myself, he's got charge, which is actually pretty fantastic. Like, I'm pretty excited to see. Man, these charge lots, man. It's going to take some good micro here from Blikman to deal with charge lots. He's going to have to kite, which, I don't know, at this level, he's got 145 APM on average. Like, he should be able to kite. No promises, though, right? Right. Okay, so the charge lots come in and getting some work off, some friendly fire splash damage on these tanks, too. There we go. Little stutter step action here. The Immortals focusing down the siege tank. But now the Marines and Marauders are really good. That other siege tank, too. Tries to kill it. Nope. Both Immortals die there. And that's the power of Terran versus no splash damage, right? Yes, you had Immortals. Yes, you had charge lots. Yes, they're strong. But against Marine Marauder, all of those things die with a little bit of good micro, which Blikman had there. So now he's on the counterattack. He's on the warpath. It's 26 to 14 army supply in favor of our Terran dude here. Myself's making more Immortals to try to stay alive. More Zealots would not be too bad either. But seriously, a little bit of splash damage would be nice. I wouldn't say no to it. And here's the unload. Boy, howdy. All right, so they're just stim up, and they're chasing down. Those Zealots are dead. The Medivacs are hiding the action from us a little bit here, guys. And the Immortals are just like, siege tank is here too. Immortal down. Zealots charging on top of the siege tank to kill it. Love that choice. The siege tank is a concern despite the fact that you do have an Immortal out. So the pickup and a boost out. Or actually, he's like, hang on, you don't have any anti-air? What if we unload back here behind this mineral line? And then the Zealots, oh, they can't get back here. Never mind. Never mind, he says. Now there's a stalker to chase these Medivacs about. He has expanded behind it. Love that choice from him quite a bit. And Medivac's now just going to leave. One stalker can't kill a Medivac really that quickly. So, more Marauders in production. Who's floating cash? Blikman is. 1,100 minerals and 200 gas. Really not that big of a deal, but a second starport's on the way from him. Myself is holding with Zealots and Immortals and Stalkers thus far. But the longer the game goes on, the more this is going to be a problem. We're going to want Colossus or Disruptors. Or Colossus are probably the most user-friendly form of splash damage at this level of StarCraft, right? This isn't Maru versus Showtime or anything, so you can go ahead and just make 2 or 3 Colossus, wander across the map, brah, 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 kind of move your way into victory there. Disruptors, very, very good if you know how to control the Disruptor, which at this level is not a guarantee, but is very possible. We've seen it. And Storm's pretty good, too. Storm's probably easier than Disruptor is, I'd say, at this level. So it's going to be Colossus, and then getting Storm, and then getting Disruptors as far as like a mid-rank madness level of efficacy and micro-control that you have as a Protoss player. On the other side, it's just Marines, Marauders, Medivacs, man. Maybe some Widowmines in the mix here, too, from Blikman. But at this level, Marine, Marauder, Medivac should get you all the way to, like, Masters. Honestly, you should get out of Diamond with solely that alone, as long as you can kite. Right? Kite against Banelings, kite against Charge Lots, and everything else is gravy, man. The easiest thing in the world. So, Warp Prism shows up with some Zealots in it. Could also warp in some additional units as evidence if myself had any cash for that, which he doesn't. He's spending his money very well. Production tab is empty, but trust me, he's spending his cash as fast as he's getting it. So, oh, that Warp Prism be dead. Ow, that hurts, but the Zealots are free inside the main base. Response time here a little bit slow, but handleable. The Zealots are broken up into smaller groups, so they're not... Oh, they kill a siege tank, though. Okay. That's pretty good. Marines actually better against Zealots than Marauders are. I don't know, pretty decent. I mean, how many SCVs have died? One's died so far. 5 probes have gone down. Really negligible amounts of economy there. Myself's getting a 3rd base, warping in at the 12 o'clock position. Très bien, très bien. Got ourselves Storm getting research. There we go. Number 2 on the list. Forge on the way here from myself. The requisite number of medevacs is here too. There are 7. That maybe is overkill on the medevac count, to be honest, but you know, maybe better to overcompensate a little bit at this level than undercompensate, right? Yes. All right, man. Is Storm being Chrono Boost? No. Is there energy for Chrono Boost? Yes. Yeah, we just Chrono Boost out a couple more Immortals here. Immortals good against Marauders and Siege Tanks. Not really good against Marines. Like a straight up pure Marine battle here would be pretty strong against just Charge Lot Immortal, but that's not all it is. That Psionic Storm's on the way. It's done. And there are High Templar here. Capes flowing majestically in the breeze that probably exists because the Kala braids here for the Protoss warriors are kind of flowing a little bit too here in the breeze as well. Right on. All right, so a Marauder drop, interestingly attempted here from Blikman, but I mean, myself is just waiting, begging the Terran to drop here. This isn't being ready for a drop. This is asking the Terran to drop in this location so that you can instantly kill everything that he has. That's what this positioning is from myself. 3rd base looking good. 47 to 41 total workers. What do we got? Is he going to go? I don't know. He's just kind of waiting. Both players are waiting for the other one to make a move. And at the higher levels, this doesn't usually happen. Somebody's got some kind of a timing window they're trying to hit. Yeah, so at this level, though, just kind of hanging out, not doing much of anything is honestly a way the world works in StarCraft a bit. And then someone has a huge army and someone else has a huge army and they go blah. Yeah, the lower levels, that's how this works. Higher levels, not so much. Robotic support bay is coming in. Additional supply depot is being produced. Let's see if these two stacked on top of each other. Does it let you do that? Can you just plan to build supply depots on top of the other one? And then it just doesn't let you do it, but it lets you plan to do that. That's interesting. I gotta watch this. I don't know if I've ever seen it before. Because, like, this one's going to get built, and then this one's going to be like, no, you can't. I guess when I've played Terran... Oh, the Storms. The Storm! But there's nothing to clean them up. So, yeah, you killed 4 Marines, but there's medevacs all over the place here. Yeah, that's the thing about Storm. You got to storm it and then clean it up with, like... Okay, that was pretty good. Medevac died there anyway. Yeah, so this one gets built, and then that one does not happen. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I mean, look, that was pretty good. What do we get? 12 Marines have died. A couple medevacs have gone down. I think that was pretty much all during that battle, which is fine, but it's a weird battle, man. High Templar alone versus a big bio ball. 99 to 87 army supply in favor of Blikman. 4th base warping in for myself here at about 13 minutes. Loving that stuff. Got some Immortals and Zealots back home. Still got most of his army sitting inside the main base, waiting for a drop to come, which I'm not sure that Blikman remembers this medevac is here. Oh, the Widowmine's covering this approach. Widowmine wipes out a High Templar, no problem. He's got Widowmines up here, too. So he is incorporating the Widowmines into his play. Well, I like it. I really enjoy it quite a bit. It's just, it's strong. Widowmines are good in pretty much every matchup. Not so good against Terrans, though. Just because everything Terran has is ranged, and Widowmines really only trigger if you get right up close and personal to them. Yeah, I don't know. Sure, bait a Ling into a Widowmine, but don't bait a Zealot into a Widowmine. That's way too much damage for free there. Charge lot, attack, not accomplishing much. That Marauder almost died, but he's cool again, getting healed up by these medevacs. They have a ton of energy on him, too. Oh, Viking snipes off the Warp Prism. This is not looking good for myself. Army value is down. Worker count is up. He does have the Storm. He's making disruptors now. Okay. Here we go. It's time for a little disruptor play. The immortal count is heavy. 10 immortals is maybe a little bit too much. Because the immortals are fine sitting back and dealing damage to this army, but if there's nothing shielding them from the Marine Marauder firepower, they die real quick. So I think we made a few too many immortals here, but disruptor shots can make up for that. Storms can make up for that. Splash damage can overcome other problems, other inconsistencies with your composition. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, these Marauders, how'd they end up over here? I don't know. Pick them up. 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 Pick them. Okay, he does. He saved 2 of them. Other 2 died for no reason. But Blikman's like, okay, we're going to harass you up this way. And then myself is going to, very smartly, like Protoss do, sit in this spot. Because you can cover this base and this base pretty easily. It's got Widow Mines to fall back to when the Zealots come in. Myself doesn't buy it. Doesn't fall into the trap there. What are these guys doing? I guess he's expanding twice, so he's going to try to cover it. High ground storms! Yo! I don't know if those disruptors have fired. No, just kind of waiting on the disruptors to see if they want to fire at all here. There we go. They do. Oh, they killed a lot of Zealots, though. That was difficult. That's the thing about disruptors is they do friendly fire splash damage, and Colossus don't. So that's a big part of it. Storm also does friendly fire damage. So you got to watch out for that stuff. That's why Colossus are kind of the noob-friendly version of Splash for the Protoss. But man, he's expanded again. Looks like he's expanding here, but he's not. Siege tank count's pretty heavy here from Blikman. Maybe that's what it is. The siege tank count is high enough that the immortals work in that situation, right? So, 103 to 78 army supply in favor of myself here. Here comes a Blikman. Again. Just kidding. He stopped at his own ramp. Stopped at his own high ground here. These guys hanging out here too. Come on, Blikman. He's so like Storm is so bullcrap. I hate Storm, he says. It ruins my days. That's why I have so many tanks here, because Storm is not actually that great versus them. But yeah, muling this base, expanded this one too. It's 70 to 49 workers for myself, though. It's a massive, massive difference here. Income is, I don't know, mules are good. So he catches this group over here, but myself's coming down to the south, baby. And Blikman's like, I don't know where to go. I'm being attacked at my 5th base. Run. Nope, the mules do not run. The orbital's running, though. And then myself runs into 8,000 siege tanks, backs out with who's alive. After that, Blikman losing this base would be huge. Oh, sniping a disruptor. Not a great connection there. Good micro there from Blikman, though. That makes it more difficult. This group needs a minute to heal up, and then I think they can actually deal with this immortal play. All right. Let the medevacs heal you up a little bit. Oh, the immortals. There's a disruptor in here. Take a tank fire from across away, though. The immortals are not really getting any damage done on the tanks. And in fact, the immortals are dying. Nice disruptor hit, though. Beautiful. Takes one tank out. Really injures 2 of them. Coming in the other side, and Blikman GG's out. The attack of the 3rd base is ruining his economy, too. This base is toast. He's down to a 2 base, and that's it. Myself is your winner. Wow. That ended pretty quickly, I gotta say. Yeah, but end of the day there, it's only 32 workers and 2 bases for Blikman. I mean, look, yes, you can land this orbital. You could re-land this orbital, too. I don't know. It feels like an early GG to me. Sure, myself is on 1 billion bases, and he's got 70 probes and stuff, and that's great. But I still think I don't know. What else do you got? Oh, both players are actually floating a ton. Blikman's floating 8,000 minerals and 4,000 gas? Okay, never mind. He could have had, like, a ton more Marines and Marauders down here. Myself floating 3,900 minerals and 1,300 gas. Not nearly as much, but yeah, Blikman's problem here is spending. his barracks stand empty, and they've stood empty for a bit. Not making any more, I don't know, Blue Flame Hellbats or Hellions or anything. Widow Mines. Production tab is empty. How long has it been empty? Yeah, I mean, this is a hallmark of lower level play. Yeah, so basically since 17 minutes, 16 and a half, he's building tanks at 1545. And then it finishes. So 1530, he starts 2 tanks. And he doesn't produce another attacking unit for the rest of the game. Look at that production tab. Yeah, okay, man, I get it. That's why that game was lost. Hang on, when was the last time he built a Marine or a Marauder? Okay, Marines and Marauders being built at 1250. 2 more Marauders pop at 13 minutes. He does make another 2 at 13. And then more Widow Mines around 1330. But that's it, man. No Marines, no Marauders produced at all after the 13-minute mark. He's working on upgrades for his mech, which that's cool. But look, he goes from like 1,000 minerals in the bank to 8,000 over the course of about 4 minutes because he just doesn't make anything. No Marines, no Marauders. This is not... Oh, wow. Wow. I mean, that's one of the greatest examples. Yeah, just the greatest examples of not spending your cash here. Beyblade, Beyblade, let it rip. Attacking from 2 different directions here is myself. That is excellent play. And then while you're busy with this, just kill all the SCVs here and win the game. Woo! That was great. That was definitely a tough loss for Blikman there, but he's got to watch that replay and be like, yeah. Let me make units when things are happening. Like, I get not making units right in the middle of the heat of a battle, but there were like 2 or 3 minutes before that was just kind of hanging out and not doing anything with his cash. I don't understand it. He had 200 supply available too. It's not like he didn't have the supply to do it and he wanted to. Woof. All right, nice job there by myself. He ends up killing 15,000 resources worth of stuff and losing 9,800. Really not bad. I mean, 17 probes died, sure, 42 zealots, 13 immortals went down. There's only 1 left at the end of the game. I mean, his army at the end of the game is an immortal, 2 stalkers, and a disruptor. Like, I guess 3 zealots, too. It's not amazing. But sometimes that's all you need. Okay, great. That's going to be it from me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of a StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw, what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.